Hi, everyone. Welcome to another California Psychics live stream. I'm Carly, and I'll be your moderator. And I'm here today with Psychic Kerrigan. Hi, Kerrigan. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good, Carly. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well on this Monday. First Monday in March. I can't believe how time is flying.
Yes.
Already in the third month of 2021. And right before the live stream, we were talking about you're a medium, and we get a lot of questions on the live streams about connecting with deceased loved ones, and you get a lot of them on the line. Can you tell people a little bit about how you strengthen your connection and how maybe they can strengthen their connection with people that have passed over?
Absolutely. Yes. Thanks for asking. So there's a couple of different ways. The first way is, when we have an ancestor or a deceased loved one, we have to just continuously talk to them like they're here, like how we're talking to each other. That's such a big deal because it does build the connection. But I've also found out too that when I am doing medium readings for other people, I always ask them, what is your, they say, I want to connect to a deceased loved one. Well, can you tell me their first name, who they are to you, and then just start focusing on a very happy memory that both of you shared together? Because what that does is it does kind of boost up the metaphysical energy, and it gets us able to connect clearer because we have two different, like telepathy, like they're thinking telepathy. Spirit can always hear what we're thinking, and that's how they help us along our way sometimes too. But if we're able to, let's just say Uncle Joe, hey, I want, or like earlier today, I was connecting to my great grandmother Catalina, and I was talking to her, and I didn't know her. And that's okay, because we have to understand they're still family. And when we're born, the spirit realm family, our families still know, hey, the baby's coming. Here's the child, and they become our guides. Some of them choose, like, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever's, right? But I felt very strong to my great grandmother Catalina. So what we would do is you would just start talking. Anybody can do this. Just start talking to them. You can get pretty things, like for instance, when Christmas rolled around, put pretty bows on their pictures or write their name in calligraphy and put it in a frame, and take flowers, candies, cookies, sometimes money, if whatever you need, and then tell them specifically, be very specific what you're asking them to help you with. Or just say, hey, I just wanted to come in and say hello and get to know you, so please walk with me, please guide me, please show me absolutely 100% all of these different signs and visions that you want me to see, so I can get to my greater self, my higher good, in order to help the most people and with no harm to anyone. So those are some of the things that you can do, but you have to remember that first initial feeling that you feel when you start working with deceased loved ones, that's real. The second thought that you would think, it could be, and it's more than likely, it's what we believe and what we have been conditioned to believe here as we are human beings on earth. It's not, yes, we can be human beings living a spiritual experience, but we're truly spiritual people living a human experience. And that is the, and even with your guides too, say you have different saints, angels, deities that you pray to, that you work with, call them in as well. And you say you feel a little insecure, and you feel like, well, maybe my emotional status needs a little bit of protection. Maybe I don't need to be so vulnerable. Say, put that protection shield over me and protect me as I walk this path. But say you need something like, hey, I need a new job. And we get that all the time. Where can I get this job? So I always tune in, and I'm always like, okay, let me see what I can find here. And I call on my people, can you show me what Carly needs for, as example, for what would be her new job? What do you think would put her in the right path? And then sometimes it doesn't make sense to some of the callers or some people because they haven't thought of it. But as they go on in the couple next weeks, things are going to pop up to where they're going to get those confirmations. And those are what's called spiritual confirmations. And those are the most profound things that we can actually receive as blessings amongst anything that we do here while we're on earth.
That's fascinating, and I highly suggest anyone that's looking to connect to their past ancestors or a spiritual guide to call Psychic Kerrigan, get some insider tips, or have her help you get those connections. Like, I know we have many questions coming through, and for anyone that hasn't joined one of our lives before, comment your question and we'll get to as many as possible, because we're going to try to go as fast as possible. We want to make sure you're using people's first names to help Kerrigan connect faster with you and whoever you're trying to ask a question about, if there is another person. And we're gonna get started. Let's see some of the ones. Taisha, is money coming to me?
Okay, let's see. News of money by spring, but money in full fruition beginning of summer. So it feels like there is money that you know of that would be coming to you, but they're saying there's news of it of spring, but full fruition, you should be lay it out on the bed and roll in it, girl. That'll be by summer for sure. Yes.
We're simultaneously streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And on YouTube, Audrey says, the man I love told me a few weeks ago he wants to date other people. Will he ever fully commit to me?
Well, he's not settled. He's still out there perusing, seeing that the grass is greener on the other side. If it is it? Probably not. Your energy feels very solid. You feel very secure. You feel very giving and loving, and practice unconditional love and empathy and positive regard. He may, but it's going to be too late. I do see him making a roundabout psychically. I was just shown in my mind's eye, he will make a roundabout, but I do feel like it's going to be too late. It's like that old saying, you snooze, you lose. And let's say, for instance, when he does make the roundabout and you are with somebody else, the worst case scenario is you're going to have a choice. But you have to keep in mind too, look what he's already done. He's already set that stage inside of your soul that would he do it again? So getting over that hump of anxiety and getting over that hump of like thinking a different way, it's going to be difficult. But I feel like when he does come back in, you have to not openly have your arms open and let him back in. You truly have to monitor what he does and see how willing he is to conform to your expectations, because at that point in time, he's going to be on your turf. It's going to be you are the one that's going to be calling the shots, not him. And I want you to know something that's very important too. Don't give out pieces of yourself to him that he can just crumble again. That's because I feel like his susceptibility to do that is high. If you were just like, oh yes, please come back. Please, I missed you so much. I can squeeze you, call you George. You have to truly 100% make him walk that line. And that's going to buy you more time to watch his behavior, see what he does. Is he really going to step it up? Is he going to be consistent? Is he going to be frequent? Is he going to be accountable for what he says that he's going to do? And if for one moment that he's not, that's going to put you in a tailspin. And then you're going to have all of those old emotions and feelings come back. And you don't want to deal with that. That's just a great big pot of soup that just will bubble over, and then you'll have to clean the whole stove. You see what I'm saying? So be careful with that. Best psychic advice, honestly, what I'm feeling from my heart, because of the heart and soul of the situation, is keep him on the back burner and be open to other people that are just wanting to be with you and not weeble wobbling like the weeble wobbles, because he's going to fall down with these other people that he's thinking about pursuing to date, because he's going into this 50% not knowing who he is. And when you get inside of a relationship and you're ready to settle down for exclusiveness and commitment, you've got to be at least 85% in order to succeed. And this guy's only at 50%. So I don't know how he's going to be able to carry on with new relationships. So there's another thing that's coming up too. So it fails. His new relationships fail because he can't get his mind right, right? So what's he going to do? He's going to come on back to that security and that vibrant, happy, positive person, which is you. It's almost like you're that nice, warm, comfortable sweater, but you're not a nice, warm, comfortable sweater. You're a human being, okay? So don't be a tangible thing. Be somebody that understands that you are worthy of having somebody that is your equal, that's going to treat you the way that you would expect to be treated and the way that you would treat them. It's all about reciprocation, and this guy's not reciprocating.
I love that. You are not a comfy sweater.
Yeah.
Lauren asks, will I be moving up with my current company now that positions are opening? Should I be more pushy for it or let everything just happen?
Just let it happen. Let it happen. But you have a fear here that you're not going to have it. And that's what's driving you to jump the gun, push the button, woohoo, win the race. Don't worry about that. It's in perfect timing. Let this company get acclimated to finding that groove again, finding that flow, because they're expecting everybody to bombard them. They truly are. Don't do that just yet. I know it is time, and I see in my mind's eye that you do see some people moving forward. That's okay. Let them move forward. But remember that old saying, in perfect time, perfect trust. The thing that's triggering you to do this is the fear. It is the fear that you're not going to get it, but you will. You absolutely will. And I feel like by spring, middle part of spring. So what is that? Like leaving April, going into May, perhaps. Double check when the middle part of spring is, because that's what I heard. I didn't see it. I heard it. That's when they're going to come to you. But keep monitoring it. Don't obsess over it, because when you obsess over it, you're going to start to spiral downward. And then what are you going to do? You're going to make a fool of yourself. And I don't want to see you do that. Okay. So just try to take it in moderation. No, it's absolutely coming. It is coming middle of spring. If they haven't come to you, which I seriously doubt they won't, they will be coming to you. Then you just say, hey guys, I've been thinking, maybe perhaps, what do you think? And that will be good. That will be very good.
Aaliyah says, I want to be a love and relationship coach, and I'm not sure it will financially sustain me when I retire in June. Should I get a temporary 9-to-5 to sustain me while I pursue this?
No, I'm sorry. I heard that right off the rip. No, you will be very fine in the love and relationship. It's just, you remember what you put your compensation for your energy and your advice and your life experience that you're going to be bestowing on the people that come to you. You have to put a decent price on there to show the universe that you're worth it. You are worth it. So you don't want to be like, okay, I'm going to do this for free, because you're going to be telling the universe, well, she's just going to do this for free. You know what I mean? So you can't do that, because you have to physically, mentally, soulfully get yourself together before you're able to help somebody else. And that requires a lot of preparation on your part, which is work. It's just a different kind of work, but the world is changing, and I see it every day. And the type of work that you're going to do, it's going to be more accepted, like a school teacher, a counselor, a nurse, a doctor, a lawyer. You know what I mean? All of those things are going to come into play. So understand your worth, set your stake at it, set your rate, your pay, at where you're comfortable, and then every 6 months give yourself a raise, and your people will understand this is your job, you deserve a raise, you do, and that will help. And the more and more I see it too, I see people yippity yapping. I see people talking about you, but it's not bad. It's like, oh, you need to get a hold of her. Hey, you need to try this. I know somebody that can help you with that. That's what I'm hearing people saying to you. So it'll probably come in slow, and you'll be excited. And I know you will, because I can feel that energy coming down the pipeline here. But hold on, because when you get to that pivotal point where it's too much, you've got to back down when it gets to be too much. Don't forget self-care. That is so important, because the burnout rate with what you're about to do is very, very high, because you give and you give and you give and you give. And what are you getting back? Helping people, but but when you have an issue and you're going to a family member, and let's say, for instance, you have this, I had this really bad day today, and then they're like, well, one time I did too. You don't want to hear about them. You're coming to hear some advice for you. So you're going to have to get yourself a practitioner or a love relationship coach or any kind of a coach to be your coach, so you can dump on them, because honestly, you're going to need that. You're going to need to surrender and release some of the energy that people were putting upon you. One last thing. I recommend this. I make this part of my daily routine every morning and every night. I don't care how tired I am. You put kosher salt in the base of your shower and you swish your feet back and forth in it, because the kosher salt is going to remove all negative energy, all energy that doesn't belong to you as well. So negative energy that doesn't belong to you, and it's going to remove it from your magnetic field. And when that happens, you're going to be squeaky clean. And I can break it down like this. If you didn't brush your teeth for 3 or 4 days, first of all, that's gross. And I'm not saying you're doing that, but you would get plaque on your teeth. So it equates to spiritual plaque, advisory plaque. You don't want that, because that is layers and layers and layers upon what will weigh you down. And that'll break you. So please keep that in mind. And they're also saying too, if you can get iron nails, like from Home Depot or Lowe's, carry iron nails on you, because that repels negative energy. You're going to have people upset because their life is in a crisis situation. Their heart is broken, and you're so empathic anyway. You're going to pull all of that in. We got to get you to these tools, these metaphysical tools, for you to be able to release that, so you can be you instead of coach. When you're off the clock, you're you. You're no longer coach. That's very important. I'll leave you with that. Sorry, I was long-winded, but that was really coming through for you.
That was a really interesting. I've never heard of the kosher salt foot bath and the iron nails. That's really cool advice. I like that.
Good.
And then before we get into the next question, I want to share some love with everyone that's watching. Over on Facebook, we have, let's see, Natalie, Elliott, and Maria, and Trisha Parker, and Valerie Livingston, and Adriana Corrigan, and Lisa, and we have Melody. So thank you all for watching and liking us on Facebook. And over on YouTube, we have Angelica and Shannon and Aaron. I thank you all. We love the support. We could not do this without y'all. And if you are having a good time, if you're liking this, make sure you hit the like button over on Facebook and the notification bell over on YouTube. Subscribe to us. You'll get our updates whenever we go live, so never miss a live. We do these almost every Monday. So every Monday, except for the third Monday of the month, we have a Facebook Live and YouTube Live. On the third Monday, we do tarot lives. And it's where one of our psychics completely takes over all of our social media channels for 1 hour. And they'll answer as many questions as they can that comes in that hour. And they'll do 1 card tarot pool. So that's the third Monday of every month. But every other Monday, we are doing these Facebook and YouTube Lives with one of our psychics. And with that, we'll go on to the next question. Let's see, Aaron, is the small business I'm trying to start going to run great? Is there good energy in my personal life?
Okay, Aaron, so small business that you're going to run, is it going to run great? Will it be positive? Well, first thing that I'm being shown here is that you are going to have to be quite the spiritual warrior. You're going to have some people that are going to be jealous of you because you're stepping out and you're doing your own thing. And I feel like it's more in your circle, could be family circle, but they're supporters. Don't get me wrong. There are supporters going to be like, woohoo, go. They're going to be your fangirls, and boys, but there are some people that are going to be watching you and they can't have the motivation that you have. They don't have the drive that you have, and they're going to be a little bit shaky with you. Be careful with that. Don't focus on it. Just know it's there. Put it off to the side and put them horse blinders on and keep going. But I tell you what, when we get into June, July, August, September, boom, 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 boom. September, there should be no reason why you're not able to get yourself a Gucci or a Louis. Real talk. seriously, because I see money, money, money. And I know you're thinking it's a small business. Sky's not the limit. It is not the limit here. Go ahead and think small now so you can wrap your head around every step that you have to do. but it's not going to stay small for long. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It's like, I don't know. It's sevens. I just keep feeling 7s and 9s around you. So it's good. It's very good. Keep it going. And you know what, too? You will be empowering people like you thought about doing on the back burner. So you're going to pull that up to the front burner, too. It's good. It's very good.
Nice. Myra says, hi, Kerrigan. My boyfriend and I had an extremely bad argument, and now he says he's unsure of our future. Is he still upset, or will he be reaching out soon?
I'm going to try to squeeze in here and see if I can pull it through on your energy. There's history here is what I'm seeing with your energy. There's history. It's not like decades of history, decades like 50, 70 years, but there's definitely history. He is going to start to contemplate, premeditate, trying to, one moment, because it's bothering him that thinks he can't balance it. He feels like he's the failure, but he's reflecting it upon you. He's making, it's almost like he's flipping the script on you, right? But he knows that it's him. Internally, he knows it's him. He hears it's him, and he can't figure out how to change that. He's not sure how to change that. So you're probably looking at him. Yes, absolutely, him reaching out soon, maybe 3 weeks to a month, honest to goodness, from now. And then when I mean that, like, it could be on that in between. But when Spirit shows me that 3 weeks to months, it starts at that second, and it can truly be on that in between. So it might not be a full month, but it could very much take as long as that. But I don't think so. I think it's going to be somewhere on that in between.
Ashley says, hi, Kerrigan, love your hair. What can I expect from my boyfriend, Tommy, and I? Do you see us moving in together this year? So
Ashley and Tommy, right? Fall, yay. September, probably making plans, working together to figure out what you're taking, what you're not taking, what am I donating, what am I giving away. That'll be like that August time frame. But the balance of it is what I'm saying is September, where it's all balanced, you're in place, you're good, and you two are living your best lives. That's good, because that's what you prayed in that. You prayed that in. She says, I'm not her. She's got to be with you, Spirit lady. She says you pray that in and continue to pray it in, because you're manifesting what you need to manifest to continue to be good for other people. You're helping yourself, but what you're doing is you're building a building block and a platform to help a whole bunch of other people, because you're going to be balanced. You see what I'm saying? So you're not going to focus on, I got to do this, I got to do this. Now you're going to focus on, once you get to this pivotal point, I can do this, I can help this, I can help this person. So it's going to be like the shampoo commercial back in the 80s. It's good, honey. It's good. Just keep it going. But she's also saying, don't take any of that boy's crap. She's actually saying that. She's like, you're first, but wait a second here. We know it's not always about us. You know that it's not always about you. But when you get to the point where you feel like you're being second, like your needs are second, like as an example, so what are we gonna have for dinner tonight? And Tommy says, well, I want steak. And you don't want steak. You had it past 4 nights. There will have to be a compromise. And that's when you stand up for yourself. It'll be the little things, not major things. But Tommy's really concerned about finances too. I heard that from Spirit Realm. He's pretty concerned about it. So just let that ride. It'll work its way out.
That's interesting. And you said one thing that stood out to me was that it was her spirit guide, or one of her guides that was talking to you. Can you explain a little bit about that to people that might not understand how this works, that are watching right now?
Sure. I didn't recognize this lady. And when she came in over this way, which is my right. And I got like shivers all down my right side. So I know it was 100% not with me, because I always ask, show me a sign that doesn't belong to me. So I know that it belongs to someone else. And here I was all tuned into her energy, and we had the first names, her name and her boyfriend's name. So that's a major connection to spirit. You see what I'm saying? And then my people were able to show me the September, but sometimes my people go and they get or they fetch. I was like, can you go fetch Aaliyah's, great grandmother, grandmother? Can you fetch? But I didn't ask that. I think my spirits and my ancestors and my deities that I work with, they just know I'm going to do that. Can you go fetch that person? So they're so used to me going to fetch the person that they'll bring them up to the forefront if they're there. Sometimes they're not there. It doesn't always happen. But in this certain case, it actually did. So I think it's cool. But I do feel like this lady was coming in from mom's side of the family. Could be grandmother, could be great grandmother. It could be aunt, could be godmother. It's something that's very nurturing. And no. She was the advisor. It makes me feel like she was the elder. She was the one that called the shots. She was the one that gave the advice and built strong family members for her family.
That is fascinating.
Cool.
And then our next question is from Shirley. How does Andrew feel about me? Does he want a relationship with me at this point?
See, Andrew's on that in between. He wants to be a grown boy or a grown man, but he's still in that boyish mind frame. He's not, Shirley, he's not ready to completely settle down. That's the problem. And you have to look at this. Let me break this down for you this way. Let's just pretend that you are in graduate school. You're getting ready to walk in your cap and gown, and you're going to get your master's or your doctorate degree. Well, here comes Andrew as he's graduating high school. You see the big difference there? Where's that? There we go. That's a big difference. So he will get there, but I don't want to see you pull your hair out on the in-between, because, it's going to be frustrating for you to constantly be patient, constantly be hopeful. And plus that's an imbalance to always be hopeful and patient, and you're not getting a return. Will he? Yeah, he will. But how long is it going to take, and how much are you going to take? You know what I mean? You have to start thinking of you first. If it's not good for you and you're not getting a reward out of it and you're not getting any satisfaction out of it, you might want to just hit the pause button, put some duct tape over the pause button. And then when it's time, you can just slowly rip that tape off and be like, yo, what's up, Andrew? So how you doing? What's good with you? What's changed? And then go from there and see what he says. If he's all deer in headlights and stuttering, well, you got the upper hand at that point. So then it's time to play ball.
Nice. Shelley says, hi, Psychic Kerrigan. Do you see me transitioning into New York in a new house this year?
Let's see. Transitioning into New York is going to balance your soul in the way that you feel things. You need to be there. That's first and foremost. You have to absolutely be there. New house. Don't be so quick to choose. You know what I'm saying? Shop around a little bit, but by December, you should be in place. You really should. You should be completely in place. Everybody's in place. Happy balance, happy life, happy house, and money flow coming in. So yeah, but just make sure you remember when we get to like that July timeframe, July for sure, 100% strong July, she says, mark something in your phone, July 4th weekend. Don't jump the gun. Just let it come. Don't jump the gun. Just let it come. Because I don't want to see you get into a place and then you're going to be sitting there 2 years later and be like, man, I should have waited. You know what I mean? Don't do that to yourself, because then you have to go through selling it, listing it, all that other stuff, and then moving. And who wants to do that?
That makes sense. I love when you have timelines. It's good to have like a point of reference to kind of be on the lookout for something. This next message is from Stephanie. Does my dad, Bill Miro, know how much guilt I carry with his death?
Okay, let's see here. I wish we could get confirmation. I just see facial hair on a guy named Bill. Edwin went to get him. Yes. Yes, because there's look of concern. There is, but But what could you have done? That's what I'm hearing. What could you have done? You couldn't have done any more than you did, and it was a hard decision. I'm not going to disclose what I'm seeing here in front of an audience. If you want to talk more about this, we can, but I see the setting. I see the whole setting where you were with him and other people were elsewhere. And you had no choice. You did not have a choice. So don't feel guilty for that. He says that you did what you could do. I'm hearing this up here, not hearing it like auditorial. He's saying that you did what you could do, but there's the safety deposit box that I feel like there's still, I don't know if it's a safety deposit, but it's a long box, and it is metal. He's saying go back and look at the documents. Look at the documents. You'll see how he tried to set everything up, but he couldn't do it in time. I'm not sure. I hope that means something to you, because that's exactly what I saw and heard up here.
I definitely think you should call Psychic Kerrigan, Stephanie. Speaking of making calls, if you are a new customer, if you've never gotten a reading with California Psychics before, we have a promo code down there, Live5. When you use this promo code with your first purchase, you get $5 added to your account. And then while you're at it, go ahead and sign up for our Karma Rewards program. It's free to sign up. It's a loyalty program. You automatically get $20 added to your account. So new customer, $5. Karma Rewards, $20. That's $25 extra dollars right there just for typing in your email address. So everyone, if you're a new customer, go ahead and use that promo code and sign up for Karma Rewards as well. Existing customers, we're not leaving you out. Thank you so much for always coming back to us. And we have a promo starting tomorrow for existing customers. It's 20% off of psychic rates.
Wow.
So, yeah, 20% off. Now is the time. If you had one of those higher tiered psychics on your list, go ahead and use tomorrow. It's the second and third. So you have a tomorrow and the next day to use that 20% off promo code that you'll get in your email inbox. So check that. But Stephanie, whether you're a new customer or an existing customer, we have something for you. I definitely think you need some more clarity from Psychic Kerrigan one-on-one phone call.
You know, there's a couple of other awesome features that we have on our website, and one that I use when I'm stumped. It's the tarot card.
Oh, yes, I know that.
We have to remember, we are energy, and energy is energy. So when I always have it on my mobile device, right? So if I'm like, okay, should I sign this contract? Should I do, what should I do? I'll just hold my phone and I'll really tap into spirit realm, because trust me, I get confused too. I use psychics too, because it's doubt. And once we all are able to learn how to sweep away that doubt, we should be good to go. But unfortunately, we're human, we're going to doubt. So when you hold that and you just say specifically, show me through this technology, through this energy, give me a sign, show me exactly, spell it out, should I sign this contract? As an example, it will come up. The answers I've tested, I'm sorry guys, but I've tested it on a couple different things that I've had to go for about the past year now, and it's very accurate. It is extremely accurate. And also to download your birth chart. You can download your birth chart on our website, and it is to the T. It is phenomenal. I love my birth chart. It's like, oh my God, how did these guys know me? But no, it's for real. I've even encouraged a couple of my relatives, like, just download that birth chart, and they're like, oh my gosh, wow. So that's good. Those are other great tools that you could use too when you're just laying in bed and there's nothing on Netflix, or and you're just wondering what's going on, or you get off the phone with your psychic. Let me see what else I could do. Those are really cool things.
Yes, I love the tarot feature. I have several, I've never had tarot decks before I started working here, and now I have way too many to count because it's fascinating to me. But the tarot deck in the app, it is awesome. You just think of a question, click it, and then it gives you the card and the description and some advice. It's very easy to use, and it's a lot quicker when you're on the go. So I agree. I love that feature.
Well, if you forget to ask your psychic a question, you can just do that and then confirm it with them later. I mean, I have a lot of people that do that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is perfect. So I did see a couple of medical questions in here, and I forgot to mention this up front, is we can't answer any medical questions or specific legal questions. We don't want to get into that territory. So I'm not skipping over you because I don't want to answer your question. We're just not able to answer any legal or medical questions. Just want to throw that out there for anyone that might want to throw a different question in there since we're not picking that one. Let's see, Michelle asks, when will my financial struggles be over?
It's going to be an incline, like escalators. That's what I just keep seeing, escalators going up. But they're going up to a department store. So that means money's coming. It's gonna balance. So because I'm assuming they're showing me you're going to be able to go shopping. You're not frugal. You're looking at May. You're going to see more of a relief. September, you should be good. There's no reason. I mean, August, you should be good. But let's say September, to be on the safe side, you should be sitting pretty good by then. But it's going to be an incline. It's going to get better, like up, 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 up. You're going to go up. It's good. It's very good. That's going to come down. That will come down. Money will go up. It'll be a nice balance. You've accrued other people's financials. I'm sorry, but you did the right thing. Remember, when we help other people from the goodness of our heart, no matter what, whether we struggle or we give the shirt off our back, so to speak, that always comes back to us 3 to 10-fold. So when the karma bus stops at your front door, you're going to be very satisfied with what is going to be presented to you. And it could take, that karma bus could take a while, or it could be a couple months, who knows? But I'm not connected so much with Miss Karma. I just know how she works. But it's going to be good. So what you put out is what you're going to get back. And I see the struggles that you've had with helping others, helping them get on track, and don't feel like you were taken advantage of. You made that conscious choice. You didn't even think what would the ramifications be. You didn't. You just did it. Something told you to do it, and you did it. That's fine. But as for what you've gone through from March to March, because we're in March, you're going to come up. You're going to come up. You're not going to have to wade the water anymore. You're not going to have to flap around. You're going to be able to swim to the other side, get out and sit at the gazebo with your friends and have a nice Coca-Cola.
Now this next one, I try to pick questions that are pretty specific, so it'll help you kind of get going faster. But I thought this one was great because it tied into what we talked about at the beginning and being angels and guides. And so Angelica asked, is there any advice my guardian angels have for me about love and career or anything in general? Thank you.
Angelica, when you were talking about the YouTube thanking everybody, I thought you said an Angelica or an angel or something like that. And prior to coming on the live feed, I was doing some meditation. And I did hear take Angelica, take Angel's message. I did hear that. So I think we're all really in tune here. This is very good. But what I did see for you with this part of it, it's either physical therapy or yoga or nutritionist or something to do with helping the physiological aspects of somebody to get balanced, to get better, to feel like just to help them with their activities of daily living. The people that I don't feel like they're so much debilitated, but I feel like the clientele, I guess called customers, to dumb it down a little bit, you will, that's what they're saying is people are naturally attracted to you. You really care about people, and it's good bedside manners to really care about somebody. And the reward that you're going to get from that is just, you're going to be you'll be the cherry on top of the cake, because you're actually going to see people progress and live their best lives. And that's good. That's what they were saying. A lot of Raphael energy, Archangel Raphael energy with you too, which is a very good confirmation, because here in the States, we utilize Raphael energy in the Western is water. Water is healing properties. So whenever we're like petitioning or praying or meditating and we need something to be healed, we always would pray to Archangel Raphael. In the UK, it's different. It's different. What do you call those? Northeast, southwest. I can't remember what you call them, but different quarter. Yeah, then we'll just go back old school, different quarter. But yeah, I do feel a lot of what really came out was PT, like physical therapy, like yoga, like exercising, like chi, like helping people find their balance.
I just saw her comment. I was going to click it, but I couldn't click it fast enough before it moved away. Is she confirmed that she's doing working with physical therapy right now?
She is?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited about that. See how you're going to be, Angelica, like how you're going to be helping other people. I'm not trying to like say, I'm just the medium here that is trying to help the world. See, like I have such a great California psychic story of how I came about here, but we could share that a different time. But I really know that this is where I'm supposed to be, because this is, and energy works. Look at us. We're in technology. I don't know you. I've never met you. I was thinking about you, swear to God, with my cats and my dog in my room before we came here, and they were showing me Angelica, angel, something like that was coming through. Boom, physical therapy just rolled out. I know how it comes because I have that spiritual report, like how we were talking about in the beginning, on how you connect to your deceased loved ones and you talk to them and you always spend time with them, you give them offerings, all that stuff that happens. But for a major confirmation like that to be happening through the internet waves, that's just pure energy. That's all pure energy. And that's what we are. We are energy. Do you realize what you can do with that energy? I feel like Goku Gohan, Kami, ha!
Oh my gosh, what is that? Is that like a Dragon Ball Z reference?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard of that forever. Oh, I love it. Okay, our next question. Sergio over on YouTube says, will my ex-girlfriend Brittany and I get back together?
Let's see here. Shift gears. You have somebody better coming through, Sergio. I'm sorry. I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but I want you to live your best life. And Brittany Brittany's gonna swing back and forth like a pendulum a little bit longer, and I don't want to see you miss anything. Be open to it. Will you have a resolution? Will you be able to talk to Brittany again one day and resolve? Yes, but yes, you will. I feel like it's going to be green outside. If we're looking at seasons, like traditional seasons, it won't be right now because some parts of the world, everything is brown and dead. So I would say spring, summer, you can't see anything. All you see is green trees. That's timeline I'm saying. So it could be spring going into summer, but you will have that resolution to talk to each other, to resolve things, but you're not going to be in that mind frame to be so open and willing. You'll get over that. Why didn't she want me? Because what's going on is truly, honestly, what I'm feeling from here and here, my sacral and my heart, is that it's not so much her. It's just the fact that it isn't working. It isn't lined up. It's almost like you had a canceled dream, and you have to let go of that. You have to let go of that so you can build new dreams. You can build new pathways for yourself to get to, because it's exciting. It is going to be exciting. I do see it. I do see you. Oh boy, you know what, Sergio, you got to be careful because you're very handsome, first of all, and you might just please don't try to mingle and date more than, date, but don't be dating 5 or 6 people at one time, but be picky and choosy. And this Brittany will come back, but I'm telling you, I don't feel, and I feel like she'll probably be back in May. I just saw that May timeframe. And I don't feel like you're going to be so open and willing to jump the hoops that you have to jump the hoops to get it balanced. Something else is coming on something else is coming your way. And it's going to be exciting. It will be. And I don't mean to break your heart. I'm so sorry. I really, truly am. But I'd rather tell you the truth so you know what's coming than not.
And with that note, I want to share some love again with everyone that's watching over on Facebook. Go ahead and hit that like button. Give us some hearts on our stream. We have, just like Helen just did, and Emma just gave us a thumbs up, and Nancy Lamb and Diana Pearson, Cecile Bueno, and over on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up as well and subscribe to our channel. Allison, thank you for watching, and Yasmin, thank you for watching. Jaquita, thank you so much, and Andrea, we really appreciate all of y'all's time. We are only here for an hour, and we have about, let's see, 15 minutes left. 15 minutes to get to as many people as we can. So without any further ado, our next question is going to be from, let's see, some very vague questions. Remember, everyone, if you're asking about a love interest, to use their name, or any deceased loved ones, use their name too, and it'll help me pick you faster so we can get to as many people. Sorry, there's a lot of generic questions. Let's see if I can. Okay. Oh, I tried to pick one that had a name, but it didn't. Let's see if we can work it out, though. Aaron says, will he come back to me and give us a chance, or should I move on? I'm struggling bad, looking for hope, but need truth. Oh, his name is Drew.
You're going to have to move forward. Aaron, you're going to have to move forward. And there's an old song that's stuck in my head. The first lyric is Drew something. It's a song that has Drew's name in it. They want you to listen to that. I think it's a country song. You know, I'm total metal, but I'm pretty sure, well, I like hip hop too, but I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know what it is, but I heard Drew, blah, blah, and it's slow and it's twangy. So I know it's country, unless it's not folk. I don't know. I don't know what the song is, but you're going to have to move forward. And they said that when you hear this, you'll find peace with that. But know this. Larry, sorry, Larry. I'm saying that. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I've got somebody yelling at me. They said that pay attention to Larry, because Larry's the connector to who you're going to meet next. I don't think it's going to be a Larry, but I think Larry is the connector to who you're, Lawrence, Larry, they're going to be the connector to who you meet next. But you know, you're going to build a castle with this person. You're going to have big castles in the sky with this person. So that tells me you're going to be living it up with the roof down. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to settle. You gotta find somebody you are so ambitious. You're going to be in an exclusive committed relationship September, October. I saw 1 and I saw 9. Add them together, get to October, but it could be from September to October that you're not going to have to worry about where am I going, who am I with, because you're already going to be building sandcastles in the sky. It's good. It's very good. Let Drew go. When Drew comes back, kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. Drew's going to mess up, and Drew will know, but don't let that hold you back. Okay, for real talk.
Drew's out, and then someone new's coming in September, October. I like that. Tiffany asks, is Paul McNeil here with me and my son? What's his message for me and my son?
one moment with that. So with Aaron, they say that they'll meet in June. They'll meet in June, committed by September, October. Sorry, they were still talking. I have to go now. Okay, so what was Tiffany?
Tiffany, is Paul McNeil here with me and my son, and what's his message for us?
I feel like he wants to. Did you just? I know you can't answer this, but I see you making potatoes. He's showing me you making potatoes. You were cutting up potatoes or something like that. Something like the message is everything is in place, everything is good. There's food on the table. I'm providing for all of you. I'm still with you. I'm not. This is all coming through. I'm still with you. I'm not leaving your side. Yes, I do things here in spirit, but I'm making sure that everybody's okay. Don't forget your keys. Quit losing your keys. Make sure that you continue to lock the doors. Not that you're not protected, but you always forget. You're forgetful. But I love both of you, and he is my legend. He's my legend. Okay, yeah.
And Mr. Paul McNeil had a lot to say.
Wow. I always tell Curtis I think I'm possessed. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm telling you, every time it fascinates me. Okay, let's see. Wow. So Sweta says, will Anish finally give me a ring after 9 years, or should I move on?
Aunt Lucille says, don't end up like I did, first of all. That's my Aunt Lucille. She waited for 20 years. She got it. There's a Horace or Jose. Horace or Jose, I think I heard that name. And a ring is a ring. It's a ring. It's a tangible thing. Don't be so focused on the tangible, be focused on the spiritual. You're not going opposite directions. You're not. The problem is Amish wants the perfect ring. Anish wants the perfect ring. But there's nothing we're perfectly imperfect. That's what we are. So it doesn't matter what, I mean, you don't want a bubblegum machine ring, right? Okay, we got that. Right. But it would suffice because it would be almost something that's coming. But don't focus so much on the ring, honey. Please don't, because what you have is true. It's real. It's committed. It's love. It's eternal. A ring is a ring, you know. When I married Psychic Roman, you should have saw the ring he gave me, right? But after we built our lives together, boom. Yeah. You know, but it's just a ring, and sometimes you don't wear them all the time. It's being together and being comfortable with each other and building your lives together and being the better person for each other when you both need it. I'm sorry, he will get there. I know he will, but he's so worried about finding perfection. He is, and you can't ever find perfection. You can't, because nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect.
And then Rakia Robinson says, hey, Kerrigan, do my ancestors want me to continue to build with Gregory? Does he love me? If so, when will he tell me, and what does our future hold for us?
I like Gregory. I do. I really like him. He's real. He's for real. He's not a player. Stay on this course of action is what I'm hearing. Stay on this course of action. The only way you're not going to have a future is if you get frustrated with him and you pull the plug out of the wall. That's the only obstacle I see, is you getting frustrated with him because he's not bringing it quick enough, fast enough. Because I love the fact that you're high frequency. I'm like that too. Instant gratification, need it now. But there's times where we have to pace ourselves. You're very psychic, by the way. So you're always 10 steps ahead of the game. And that can get you in trouble. You got to take it baby steps. You got to bring it, you got to rewind, Turbo. You got to bring it back a little bit, okay? You got to dial it down a little bit and let it happen in its human form. Because it will, yes, things will work out pretty good for you too. I do feel like the love is absolutely there. I don't feel like he would be dishonest about loving you. He will say it, but he's not a sayer. You know what I mean? He's a shower. And sometimes his actions are upside down too, because he's still learning, and he doesn't want, the coolest thing though is they're saying that he doesn't want to disappoint you. The last thing he wants to do is disappoint you. So I'm a little bit intimidated if I would disappoint you too, because you're straightforward. I like that. And you got to be straightforward with people. You have to be. And that's good. Yes, it's hard to battle that energy a little bit, you balance it. He's a little bit scared of that. But other than that, no, you're going to move forward. Things are going to continue to progress. And you're going to know that he's going to say that he loved you. I'll tell you something. My dad, he didn't tell my mom he loved her until 30 years after they were married. She's still married. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
He was hardcore.
I bet.
Mommy hardcore. Yeah, Roma.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's going to happen for you. It will. Just don't get all frizzled out because it isn't happening on your time. It's got to happen on his time, and he will. It's almost like if you've ever gone out and think of us like when we were in, I don't know, 9th grade, and we had to get up there on stage for school and do our Christmas program or our acting program or something like that. That crazy feeling that you feel in your gut when you have to get before you go in front of that large audience, and you can project that they're all naked if you want to. Who cares? It's still not going to take that anxiety and that stage fright away. It's not until the show's over. But once it comes out and the show is on and the spotlight's on him and he just says it, it's going, then it's all going to be very clear. You need to hear it. You need to see it to believe it. You need to hear it to believe it. Sometimes things are invisible. They truly are. And that's the hardest thing for you because you're so practical. I love that part of you. You're so practical, but you can't always connect the dots. You can't. It doesn't always, paint by number doesn't always make a pretty picture. It paints itself when it's ready. I hope that makes sense. And I love you. I really do. I love your energy. You're pretty cool. Pretty cool person.
Thanks. And we have about 3 minutes left, which means we probably have time for one more question. But before we do, I just want to go over a few more announcements, reiterate some announcements, is for our existing customers. So anyone that has gotten a reading from us before, check your email tomorrow. Check your email tomorrow because you're going to be getting a notification about 20% off psychic rates. 20% off. That's a lot. If you want to go over to some of our higher tiered psychics that maybe you haven't wanted to try because they were, they might be out of your price range at the moment, 20% off. Double check and see if you can get one of those readings in, especially with Psychic Kerrigan. And then for new customers, use the promo code LIVE5, that's LIVE 5, to get $5 added to your account when you buy your first package. So that's new and existing customers. And then events coming up. Next week, we have Psychic Kavita. Psychic Kavita has never done one of our Facebook or YouTube lives before. She is fantastic. And we're excited to get her on here. So if you want to check her out, same time next week, Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central. Check out Psychic Kavita. She'll be here with Danica next week. And then the week after that, we have Psychic Reagan, who will be doing our tarot live. Again, that's not on video, but Psychic Reagan will be taking over our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, and answering questions with a 1-card tarot pool. Same time, Monday the 15th. And then our last 2 lives of the month, we have one extra Monday in March, so you get a bonus. Psychic Tegan is on March 22nd, and Psychic Marin is on March 29th, rounding out the month. But we look forward to seeing everyone here again next week. Before I go, though, one more question. And who is the lucky winner of this next question? Anna over on YouTube. I moved to Milan, Italy, and I'm searching for my dream job in fashion. Do you see anything coming in, and do you have any tips?
Okay. Right now, you've got some static conditions because you're balancing. You're balancing. So what are we in, March? So you got June all the way to September when you're going to be like presenting, pitching, networking. June, so March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So it's June through September when you're going to be at the peak of your energy. Now, continue to do your building blocks here. Continue to build your foundation because the first 3 layers of your foundation are very strong. If we look at the foundation like a house, the big bad wolf's not going to blow it over. Okay. So that's not going to happen. It's solid. You just have to continue to build upon it. There's an apprenticeship. I think it's an apprenticeship unless it's an actual job where you are assistant, but it turns into you learning the craft, the fashion, the craft of fashion. And it's from a man. It is from a man. I did see the man there. And the windows are so big. Oh my gosh. It's like it's a high rise, but the windows, it's like big bay windows. You know what I'm saying? Big one, but they're not like Victorian bay. They're long, like a warehouse window. And it's nice. It's swanky. It's pretty cool. You stay on this track. Don't you dare get off of this path. This is your dream. And you went all the way there. Well, you got nothing to lose. You got everything to gain. Okay. And if you need to pick me up, you need me to kick you in the butt or something, or any one of us here at California Psychics, let us know. Just don't jump ship. Stay on this. You have to stay on this track. This is what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But no, June through September, high rise energy, high rise, like loft, warehouse kind of looking, swanky place. And you're going to be working with a man. And it's probably the stuff that he designs is what people are going to be walking down, like the stage, the runway, I guess. I'm not fashion. I'm so sorry. I'm not fashion. I'm not a pretty girl. But it's like I think it's the runway. Victoria's Secret has runway. So it's the runway where they're just showcasing the outfits, the designs. Yeah. So sorry that I'm not educated in fashion, but I hope you understand what I mean.
That is awesome. And I like what you said, Kerrigan. If anyone, I know we didn't get to everyone's questions. We got so many questions today. Anyone that didn't get your question answered, or if you want more clarification on a question that you got answered, give Psychic Kerrigan a call. We have our information up here. It's also linked in our description on YouTube and in the post copy on Facebook. Direct link to her bio so you can schedule an appointment. And then, Kerrigan, when's the next time you're going to be online so people can give you a call or use the chat feature too? Because I know that the chat feature is fantastic. Also, if you're in a hurry, you're be more discreet.
Well, I think that when we get into Thursday, I'm going to be a little bit settled in order to really focus like I'm able to focus now. So I want to say Thursday. That's the earliest I can get into a longer duration of time of being online. For the next couple days, it might be an hour here, an hour there. I know Wednesday's not good at all. Yeah, but Thursday's definitely it can be a long day if I need it to be. So just let me know if you'd like, just, I don't know how you do it. Maybe you can figure that out, Carly, but if you just like get in the queue and if I see it's full, I'll log in as soon as I get a moment. And I promise I won't call you at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So just as Kerrigan was saying, if you go to our website or go to the app, there's little queues next to psychics that aren't available, or if they're already on a call, so you can get in line. And next time that Psychic Kerrigan or anyone that you're in their queue, they come available, you'll get a notification when you're next in line, and you won't miss your call. So I definitely recommend getting in Kerrigan's queue or any of our psychics. They're all fantastic. And thank you all again for watching, and we'll see you all next week, same time, same place. Adios.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.